I got a good one for y'all. I got a sales pitch call. Are you ready? You ready? Here we go. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Jeffrey.
All right, I'm sorry about that. Hey, if you hear dogs barking next door, it's my neighbor's dogs. So say that one more time to me. I'm sorry, I had somebody who was standing here, but go ahead and continue.
I hear you, man. Sir, hey, what's up? I represent a company we call Service. We're an on-demand home service company. Work with appliance repair and a couple of different verticals in the vocational trades. And what we do is we provide our pros with jobs. There's no cost to be on the platform. Our company makes some money on the back end of things to our high income customers. So I will say our average job for a appliance repairman is running about $160 per project. There's many profit centers within the platform for appliance repairmen. Matter of fact, the appliance repairmen on our platform make probably the most money of any vertical. Would you be able to take maybe 3 to 5 jobs a week if we're able to send them to you in the next week or so?
Well, I mean, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Let's talk about your company a little bit.
Sure.
Where are you? Where are y'all located?
Our home office is in L.A., Los Angeles. Our company, however, is over 35 major cities in the country. We've got over 120,000 appliance repair jobs, and we're a reputable company. And we are 5 years in business with a huge level of success. We kind of operate like Uber for appliance repairmen. Have you ever used Uber before?
No, I haven't. I've heard of it. So I guess Raleigh is one of your big markets.
It's one of our markets. We just are going to be. We're just now coming to Raleigh. What we do, Jeffrey, is we like to build up our pros and build up a network of pros that can actually take our jobs. And then once we've got pros in the platform in that market, we basically do a huge advertising campaign in that market via AdWords, Google Words, Google Voice, and various online advertising entities.
Okay. And are you saying you're not in Raleigh now? You're trying to expand to Raleigh?
No, we're definitely launching Raleigh. We want to build up we want to make sure we've got pros that are in the market before we launch the advertising campaign. So by next week, we'll have enough pros that will actually be able to accommodate the customers that we're going to generate. So what we'll do is once we've got the perfect amount of pros in that market, we'll launch a considerable advertising campaign. It'll go live immediately, and jobs will start coming directly to your phone that day.
I understand. What other big markets have you captured?
L.A., New York, Tampa, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, Boston.
How are you getting around the licensing in New York?
We basically have a corporate license. We license it out for every market we get in. We're able to have a license. That way, any company or any individual can operate on our platform. And of course, if you're a plumber or electrician, they have to have a plumber license or electrician's license for handyman. Appliance repair and carpet cleaners, they don't require to have a license. Our business license accommodates all legalities.
Okay. All right. And sorry, I just now my phone's going dead here, so hold on, let me get this thing plugged in. All right. Well, have you contacted a lot of people here in Raleigh? Are you looking for some more people?
Yeah, we're looking. What we do is we've got an algorithm system set up to where we know exactly how many pros it's going to take to accommodate the demand we'll create through our advertising campaigns. Mm-hmm. Once we've got the adequate number of pros, we immediately launch that campaign. We've already got the algorithm set up. Boom, it hits, and immediately our pros will start receiving jobs abundantly. Boom, I can give you as many jobs as you want every day of the week. You can take them or leave them.
Okay.
You don't have to take every job we send you. Ultimately, I'd like to see you take as many as possible because A, you make more money, and B, I make more money. So the more money you make, the more money I make. We make a percentage of the action on the back end. I will say, though, that our appliance repairmen make an abundant amount of money. They're making around $200,000 a year, which kind of bums me out because I could have blown off college just becoming an appliance repairman and made a lot more money.
No, I hear you.
But we'll get you. I mean, there's a lot of profit centers in the platform for the appliance repairman. One of them is our add-on SKUs, but the main one is the materials. I don't know if you stock pile your materials or you just buy it individually, but we will give you 115% of retail on all materials. So whatever you pay for, I don't care. Whatever you sell it for, that's what I do care about. And I want you to sell it for top dollar. I don't want you to sell it for top dollar.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got a question. So you're going to give me the work. I'm going to go see the customer, diagnose their problem, provide the parts, and then I'm going to submit a bill to you.
They will actually you will build the estimate, the bill, the invoice directly on the app. You'll submit that app immediately to the customer. The customer will pay on a credit card that day. The very next day, I put your portion in your bank account.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that sounds really good. I just there's a couple of things I'd need before we could get started. So I've been contacted by a lot of entities that sound a lot like you, and I've never taken anybody up on their offer because I've not heard any offers yet that sound completely agreeable to me. And I'm not saying that anything that you've said so far is not bad at all. There's just some things that I would need to feel comfortable working with you. Understand?
Okay.
So seeing that we brought up New York and we talked about New York, I don't know anybody in New York, and it's not in my business area. So I'm thinking that you shouldn't have an issue giving me 10 names and numbers of New Yorker appliance guys that work for you that can verify you and that you pay.
Okay. Let's see. How about How about if I give you ones in Detroit? That's my latest one, or Boston.
Okay, so you don't want to do New York?
No, because the reason is because New York wasn't one of my verticals. What they do is a rep here. They assign me markets, and then that market's my market to hit. And I didn't work with New York. That is one of our big markets. See, the way we set up the market is we took city by city. We started off in New York. Matter of fact, they did New York before I worked there. New York, L.A., San Diego, San Francisco, Houston, Chicago, Philadelphia. You see what I mean? They basically took it city by city as to the population of cities.
Now, what cities do you have?
Myself, I did Detroit. I did Tampa. I've done Chicago, Philadelphia, Boston. So let me give you an appliance repair person in.
Well, I mean, is there other guys sitting around you? Are you working like a call center or something? I really hate to move away from New York because that's an important market right there. And that's a market that would let me know that you're on the up and up because I understand that market. I used to own something called the well, never mind. It was just a national organization for appliance repair guys, and I met a lot of guys up in New York, but I don't work that area. So, is the New York guy sitting around you? Is he like in the next cubicle over or anything like that?
Oh, let me ask real quick. Let's see if I can find some in New York. I got a guy here that's a New York guy. Let me see what I can do.
All right.
Take it over.
Cool.
I just so happens he's my people's.
He's your people's.
Let me put you on. Yeah, let me put you on with Zach back there. He's worked the New York market. This is Jeffrey, right?
This is Jeff. Yes.
Okay, Jeff. This is Jeff. Hey, Jeff. How are you? It's Dr. Mac.
Pretty good. How are you today?
Doing well. Doing well. You enjoy talking to my man Rock and Rod over there?
Not really. He's got a terrible personality, so I'll just go ahead and talk to you. You're the New York. you're the New York guy.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. How many guys you got in New York?
Right now, I believe we have about 11 guys in the Big Apple.
How long they been with you?
I'd say about over 7 months.
And you say you got 11 guys?
Correct.
Is there any way I can get the names and numbers of, let's say, 5 of them?
I could give you probably a name and number of maybe 2 or 3 of them. I could for sure give you a name, and then you could go online and get your numbers yourself and give them a call and see what they like with service. 100%. Give me 1 second, and I will pull up our guys in New York for you. You'll probably know their names, and just that alone will show you that I'm not talking out of my ass. Just give me 1 second. How about that?
Okay.
1 second. What area? And another way to kind of, what I do to kind of, or solidify the deal to let people know that we're not bullshit is I tell them to go on and check us out, check our management team out. That alone kind of shows you, what we're all about.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is he already said y'all are based in L.A., so obviously y'all could have just cranked up a name for a company yesterday, and I wouldn't find anything out about it until somebody linked you as being somebody else. And I've gotten these calls before, and I'm willing to give you guys a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give you guys a really good opportunity down here, and I can see that you're working hard for it. And I definitely don't want to just push you off and say, hey, everybody's a scammer, so I'm just going to not talk to anybody. And I don't want to do that to you. I respect that you're working hard for it. The only thing that I'm looking for is, I'm looking for a let's just say I was doing this, okay? People call me all day long for appliance work, and they can obviously look up my name, Better Business Bureau, and stuff like that, and they don't know me from Adam. But if I had a customer, let's just say, that called in right now, and let's just say she's a little old lady and she's been burned 1,000 times, and she says, hey, would you give me the last 10 customers that you've done business with? I really don't, especially if I'm standing in her house. And this is how it works for me. Anybody that has any personal or reservations on me working for them, the very first thing, if I'm in their house with my receipt book, I break out my receipt book and I hand them a stack of receipts, and I say, you can call anybody this is the last 100 customers that I got, if I got that many receipts. You can pick and choose. You can call anybody from there. You can call anybody at random. And this lets them know, even though they've never even taken me up on it at that point, I know I'm safe to give them.
It shows that you're willing to.
So when your guy says, hey, we got guys up in New York, I understand how New York unions work. And I know that setting something like this up in New York it's illegal. It's illegal as far
fly-by-night company. Our founders took the last company public. You know.
Okay.
That's
Well,
really.
all right. Let's get back to Junior H then. What's his phone number?
Like I just told you, I'm not allowed to give out phone numbers over the phone. I can't give you someone's phone number like that. You could go on our website.
Could you personally? I know you probably got three-way calling on your phone. Could you just give him a call? I don't have to know his number.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go get Client Pro's number. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right. You just want me to call him and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
No, call him and tell him there's somebody that would like to talk to him. I'm right here. Just do a three-way call. I could do it. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I mean, I don't understand why you would list people as references on your website and not offer up a phone number for them. I mean, if I was doing business with you and I was like 189 jobs in and, dude, you're paying like clockwork, I wouldn't. Dude, I'm not going to mind a bit if you get somebody to call me from Tampa, Florida to say, hey, man, are these guys burning you or not?
Right.
Because you could get real deep in with somebody. I tell you, there was another company called Sears, Seers, and they were based out of L.A. too. And they kind of had the same kind of program. And, man, they burned a lot of people around here, man. They got people sitting around that would hoist their asses up on a stake. No problem. I mean, because when you talk about, hey, I can give you all the jobs you want. We're going to collect their credit card. The only thing that you're doing for me is, I don't know what yet. So I just... because you've not told me anything that you're doing that everybody that's in the business ain't already doing. Like a Google AdWords campaign is not a business plan for anything. That's not the business plan we expect you're going to do that. That'd be like me saying, "Oh, I'm going to set up a underwater boat show and I'm going to advertise it," and people are like, "Well, of course you are. What else are you going to do?" So it's
right.
It's difficult to kind of go off the line. It's easier just to take your references. If you're going to use them as, like, if I went to apply for a job and I was like, well, I work for ABC Corporation and I work for this place and that place, and they said, well, you didn't put any phone numbers down, and I said, well, you can look them up. Dude, they're not going to hire me. They're going to be like, you're so damn lazy you can't even put the number down. Really? This is your job application? You're trying to get some work here? And you can't even, we got to go do all this research for you? I will tell people that when they come to work for me. If a dude comes to work for me and he says, hey, man, I work...
What's up, buddy? All right, I got someone's number. His name's, you can call Wilson Perez. He's actually on an appointment right now.
On an appointment right now. Wilson Perez?
Yep, you can call him right now.
Where's he located?
He's been working. Give me 1 second. He is on a job that's located. Where is he located?
Yeah. Is he in New York?
Yep. He is. You want me to give you his number so you can call him and just talk to him about the program? I mean, I don't know what else you really want. There's not much more I could do.
I just need some people that are going to verify you are who you say you are, that can verify you've been paying them, and
like
and
I
all
said,
that stuff.
you can check. You can look at Rod's LinkedIn, my LinkedIn. You'll see our founders. They're on the NASDAQ. I mean, like I said, the reason I'm still on the phone is because it sounds like you're, the real deal, and you sound like you could probably do good work with our company. Most of the time, I wouldn't spend this much time trying to prove something to someone, but it sounds like you actually could be, someone to,
well, I'm definitely asking questions, and people that don't like answering questions don't like talking to me long at all. I can promise you that.
No, exactly. The people that I like people that ask questions because it shows they're serious, but at the same time, it's taking me away from something else at the moment. But if you want, I can give you the number, and you could call Wilson, see, whatever you want. I could give you 3 other guys. I just have to call them first and let them know. We have 6 guys that are out on appointments right now. I could call each one and have you talk to them. Okay. But it's up to you. Just tell me what you want to do because
just give me Wilson's number and I'll check him out.
Alrighty. Wilson's number is 347-806-9362.
9362.
Yep.
His name is Wilson Perez. He's in New York. How long has he been
Correct.
working for you?
I have no idea. I'd already closed out the tab. Call him, see what you think. He's on a job, ask him how much money he's made so far. Whatever you got to do, do it. I'm going to put Rod back on the phone, alrighty?
All right, appreciate it.
All right, Jeff. So let's do this. Let's, once you give him a call, make sure he's cool. Make sure you're comfortable with the platform.
Well, let me ask you, since I got you back on the phone, and you say you handle
Yes, sir.
you said you handled Tampa, right?
Yeah. I've got a few in Tampa.
You got anybody down in Tampa you can refer me to?
I'm going to take a peek real quick. Let's see here. There we go.
Is there any credit cards that you don't take?
Not really. Most everybody pays on either Visa or MasterCard. We'll take American Express, Discover, whatever. We're set up to take them all, pretty much.
You're brave taking
99%
American
of people
Express.
pay on a credit card. That way, it's easy money out of their pocket and easy money into our bank. And I put our guys right in there for it. I mean, the money will be literally in your money. Will be in your bank the very next day.
Yeah, I never understood that part of it. You know, with some other people, I always, you know, when approached by Sears, I remember that's not Sears like SEARS, but SEERS. They're supposedly a big national company that does the same thing. And I remember her sending me a package, a paperwork. And the only thing that I was truly interested in as a performer was whether I was going to get paid or not. And, you know, because it's been a long time since I've gotten a bad check or since I got scammed and stuff like that. But one thing I asked for Sears was, hey, tell you what, instead of us transferring bank account numbers and stuff like that in an age where people are getting scammed on their bank accounts left and right, why don't you just go ahead and give me your credit card number and I will bill you on your credit card for whatever it is that I'm supposed to bill you for. So like if I make $150 on the job, instead of you going through the trouble of, you know, reaching into my bank account and depositing money like that, it'd just be a lot easier if you know, provide a credit card number, the same thing that I'd be asking for my customer. If I was going to take a credit card, you know, I would say, hey, I need your credit card. And if they said, well, just bill me, I'm going to say, well, I got a credit application for you to sign and fill out. Now, are you guys going to be prepared to do that?
Zach the Mac is back. What's up, bud? You want someone in Tampa?
Yeah, sure.
Did Wilson did answer or something?
No, I hadn't called him yet. I just got the other guy back on the phone, and I was just saying, hey, you're to Tampa. You do Tampa, right? And he said, yeah. I said, well, give me somebody's name and number in Tampa that's been working for you, and now you're back on the line.
Okay, here, I'll put it back on. I don't even know how to get that.
Hey, you guys there?
Yeah, I'm here right now. You know what? Let me give you a call back. I'm gonna try to find a couple for you in Tampa. I'll give you a call back. All right.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye bye.
Now let's call Wilson Perez. Anybody look up that number? Everybody look that number up, 347-806-9362. I want everybody to tell me if that number goes back to a Wilson Perez or a Perez appliance repair or something like that. Let's check this number out. We're going to follow through. Oh, I know they're not going to call me back. I mean, if you can't even give somebody we got hundreds of people working for it. He's making $189 a call, and he's making $1,000 a week, and we pay like clockwork, and we do this and we do that, and we can play Santa Claus music out of our asses. That's how good we are. Well, okay, so just give me a name and number of somebody. Yeah, hold on. We'll just have to look for that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. But if you go to our website, you can see our list of people with their smiling faces and the checks they're holding in their hand. I mean, obviously we can't tell you who they are because they're references. But we can give you some generic information about them so you can see that we're for real. We're on the NASDAQ. We're on LinkedIn. We're on NASDAQ. You know, our founders. All right, anybody looked up that number yet? Hell, I'll do it. Oh, and yeah, they called me from a local 919 number, but yet said they were in Los Angeles, California. And these guys are scamming left and right, man. These guys scam. Wow, you would have thought that when I plugged in that phone number right there, it would have, number one, given me, oh, yep, that's a New York number, and it's around this place right here. It tells me it's a Google Voice number. There's one for Woodside, New York. All right, here we go. Wilson Perez Godinez. Making $20,000 a month in the Bronx. Well, good. Let me look up Wilson Perez Godinez. Appliance repair. Oh, look at this. Shit. Hold on. Come on, you stupid computer. Yeah, of course, man. I'm not even broadcasting on this computer now. I don't want to fucking now the chat's locked up on me. It's fucking stupid, man. Like, there ain't nothing going on everybody's computers here. They're talking about this shit that's fucking going into the processors and the processor, and how the Intel guy is cashed out, and he done cashed out all his shares from Intel. What in the fuck is this thing doing? Oh my god. Alright. Because even this stupid ass fucking chat in here, you're limited to 200 characters regardless of what the fuck you put in, so you can't put in Google links, of course. Hold on, let me do it a different way since this thing is being such a fucking bastard. I didn't say Biley, I said Bitly. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on, I'm just trying to get y'all a damn link in there. I don't see anybody helping me here. Come on, come on. Damn, am I the only one on a damn computer here or what? I'm seeing it right in the Google search results. If you look up Wilson Perez Godinez appliance repair, which we found on the other page, it goes back to the Bureau of Electronic and Appliance Repair in Los Angeles, California. Shut up, dummy. Shush. Where are you? Get out of here. Go. Get. Go. Yeah. He's in California, not fucking New York. So, it's probably one of his fucking loser friends. I mean, I knew it was a scam when he called. Since I was broadcasting, I figured I'd get him on there for you. So y'all could see what we deal with as small business owners in America. That's what we deal with. We deal with shit like that all day long. They will call us on our own Google ads. They will. You think I'm kidding? They'll, on a Google ad I'm paying for, they'll fucking hit that call button and call me to sell me shit like Google ads. Yeah, I'm gonna call them. If I could have a fucking charger that was worth a shit on this phone. God damn it. What was that phone number? Jeez, I gotta scroll chat, man. It takes 20 minutes. 3, 4. I'm not doing anything else on that computer except looking at this right here, and that computer is gone to a fucking crawl. 806 93.
Hello.
Hey, I'm looking for Wilson Perez.
Hey.
Hey, Wilson, this is Jeff. I'm out of North Carolina. I'm calling you. Somebody gave me your name as a reference. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure, no problem.
Where are you located?
New York.
New York?
Yes.
They said you're in the Bronx. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
They called me and they asked me, if they can give you my number.
Right. Yeah. I mean, did you already agree to being a reference for them?
Give me 1 second. I can hear you, bro. Yeah, tell me now.
Did you already agree with them? Do you know who those guys are?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you already agree to let them use you as a reference?
Yeah.
Well, why would you think that they need to call you and ask you if it's okay if you already gave them permission to use you as a reference?
No, I gave them permission to use me as a reference.
Yeah, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that they called you to make sure it was okay with you to use you as a reference, but do you think it's funny?
Yeah, they called me to ask me if it was okay for me.
Did you not? Did that seem strange?
No, definitely not.
That didn't seem strange?
No, it's not.
Okay. So you do appliance work?
Yeah.
And up in the Bronx?
Yes, sir.
Do they give you a lot of work?
Yeah, we have a lot of calls.
You get a lot of calls from those guys?
Uh-huh.
And how often do they pay?
They pay, like we collect the money from the customer, and after 2 or 3 days, we get paid.
How long you been working for them?
Couple of months, like 4 or 5 months.
How long were they paying you? Were they paying you right off right away, or did you wait a month before you started getting paid?
No, you don't wait a month for that. You get paid after the first service. You get paid a couple of days after, like 2 days the most.
Were you ever in California?
No, I live in the Bronx.
Okay. No, I mean, when he was telling me to look you up, I was finding your information in California as well.
Oh, because, the company is based in California.
Your company is based in California?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe I'm confused. So, are you working for a national company?
Yeah, like they give me like work, and I go and do it. But like I have mine here in the Bronx, so they give me the code for the office are in California.
Yeah, their office is in California. No, I'm talking about when they told me to look you up before they gave me your number, Mr. Perez. Before they gave me your number, they gave me your name. Not your business name, but just your name. And then upon further searches, I found that your name is actually being used in California right now. So maybe there is there could be another Wilson Perez in California. Unfortunately, the PDF file that I'm looking at has your phone number.
Oh. That's weird. It can be a mistake.
What do you think that means?
It sounds weird. I will find out what's going on with that.
Well, I'm an appliance guy down here in North Carolina. I've seen the ass end of more dryers and washing machines than I care to ever remember. But I get calls like this from people like this all the time. And whenever they call, I do my research. I make telephone calls. I call people. So I just want to know. You sound like you're legitimate. I don't have a problem with you or anything that you're saying. It sounds like you're making money, and all you want to do is continue making money. So more power to you. I was concerned with them when they brought up New York. I mean, I used to be in a national organization that were like just tradesmen that were organized, kind of like a union. But what I found about New York was, man, you got to be licensed 9 ways to Sunday to be out of state working in New York.
You have your EPA license and all that?
I'm sorry, say that again?
You have the EPA license?
I got my refrigeration and my EPA. We got in North Carolina, you got to have 2 different licenses to do refrigeration. You got to have your EPA license and you got to have your North Carolina license. Same test, basically the same test, but that's not even it. In New York, the way I understand it is, you got to be licensed a lot of different ways, not just under the trade that you're in, but business license as well. If you were an out-of-state company, these guys are an out-of-state company doing business in New York. So New York can legitimately, New York could hit you up for all the taxes that they owe. Just wanted you to know that.
And New York what?
New York, if you're working in the Bronx, and should the tax man in New York find out that a company in Los Angeles is doing business in New York, and you're the only one that's working for them, you'll be responsible for all the estimated taxes. You know that, right?
Oh, they have a lot of people working in New York.
They got a lot of people working in New York?
Yeah, they have. I met like 10 guys already.
You met 10 guys that it's working for them already?
Yeah.
Wow. Is these the guys that you've been seeing down at the parts store?
What you mean the parts store?
Your supplier, your parts store. Don't you got a parts store?
Oh,
yeah.
We get parts from Marcon, like Marcon Supply, and I buy it online too.
Yeah, no, I buy online too, but I know everybody in the business in this town because every day we got to unload a truck together. At one warehouse or the other, we're all somewhere picking up parts. But anyway, but I don't know anybody down here that works for them, and that's why I'm calling around. I'm trying to find people that actually work for them so I can find it if they pay or not.
Yeah, we get paid.
Okay, all right. Well, man, I appreciate your time. I won't bother you anymore. Don't work too hard today.
You can call me anytime. It's all right.
Okay, I appreciate it, Mr. Perez. I really do. You have a wonderful day. I won't keep you any longer.
Hey. All right, you too.
All right. We'll see you. Well, there you go. Maybe they pay. I don't know. Seems kind of silly to me. All these guys want to be the national authority and a national service provider. They don't want to turn a wrench. They just want to line you up on some Google AdWords ads. Yeah, I know. It probably wasn't for real. Yeah, call me anytime. Yeah, that's right, Joseph. I know they'll call back now that I've talked to him. But, again, when I hit them up with the credit application and their credit card number, they're going to walk away. Because the first thing I do when somebody says, bill me, the very first, I carry a credit application around in my little receipt book, a blank credit application. I've been carrying it around for 10 years now. And as soon as somebody asks me for a bill, I break out my credit application. And they say, what's that? And I say, well, if you want credit, you got to fill out a credit application. They say, no, we don't want credit. We want you to bill us. And I say, well, that's the thing is anybody that I say bill me, well, they're going to give me a credit application. And the reason why they do that is for their legal purposes. So you're going to have to fill out a credit application if you want credit. And normally at that point, they walk away. Now, let's just say they filled out their credit application. Well, the next thing I ask for is their credit card number for me to bill them. Because if they say, well, no, we want your bank account number, I want to say, why would you want that liability? Why would you, with all the shit going on now in the world, why would you want the liability of having somebody's bank account information? I know I wouldn't. I don't care who I'm doing business with. I don't want their fucking bank account information, because if their bank account ever gets fucked up, I don't want to be the guy standing there with a dumb look on my face. So, always be careful out there. There are guys, they call around all the time. That's all they do, is call around all the time looking for people to scam. Well, I can't get a computer to respond to any clicks here. It's ridiculous. Hell, I'm surprised I can fucking broadcast at all. Let me change the title of this. We don't need to do this anymore. There we go. All right. So anyway, that was it. All I wanted to do was just get on here and go over the psyops. The psyops. Let me put my headphones back on. Where are they? So I can hear this shit too. So let's just see what these guys are talking about now. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm coming.
Flat Earth
I think
proof
that's how you
coming
do
up.
it. I think you just click the avatar and there's a little arrow there, you click present.
What you want me to do?
Okay.
Can you see me? Yeah? Are you back at the panel now? Yeah?
Okay.
I am.
It's Splat Chat 24/7.
Right. See where, right, you can see your picture.
Okay. All right. So not doing nothing there yet. Let's see who we got here. This would be whose channel is this? FPV. Okay, still showing somebody else's video. All right, let's go here to the not the original Flat Earth channel. There we go.
But in their own conscience, they made their own
Okay.
decision, they believe. You know, like, I'm living on.
All right, Flat Earth channel number 4, Flat Earth proof channel number 4. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Do that
Flat
kind
Earth
of
live.
sign, but not meaning to like worship the devil or like that. It's just a sign that they do.
They did the same. Well, we've got. I watched a bit.
Oh yeah. All right, Flat Earth channel number 5.
They're deflected left.
Coriolis effect. Okay. No, we don't know it's the moon. Who the fuck said it's the moon that gives us our tides, other than a bunch of heliocentrists? Okay. All right, next, Flat Earth channel number 6. What do we got? Come on.
When I started looking into everything, I'm like, wow, I did a really disservice when I attached the entire heliocentric Big Bang, cosmology to God creating everything. And like you mentioned, even before, when you started doing those parallels.
Okay, no Flat Earth proof. All right, Flat Earth proof site. Live stream number 6 or 7. Yeah. Nothing there. Okay. All right. How about here.
Someone that's pretending to be a friend of people that are drug users, perhaps even drug dealers.
Okay, no flat earth proof on that site either. Man.
And some will shut down.
Maybe.
And the sun and moon will get rerouted to its new seasonal.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. Hey, that might be them calling back. Hold on. A guy by the name of Wilson Perez.
Yeah.
And,
how do you like it?
Well, the only question I have, at this point is, you know, I'm sure you're used to doing business a certain way, and you know I am too. I carry around a credit application in my book for anybody that wants me to bill them or anything like that. I definitely don't like giving people information on my bank account because it just, in today's world, I would definitely not want I wouldn't want anybody's bank account information. Because if something fucked up with them, I wouldn't want to be standing there with a dumb look on my face. So what I can do is I can send y'all if I can send y'all a credit application, and then maybe I'll get your credit card number, and we can go from there. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
I didn't understand. You're kind of breaking up on me. Now, what are you wanting to do?
I said what we can do, if you want to go ahead and get this started, is I can send you a credit application, and once you fill that out and go ahead and provide your credit card number, I can start doing some work for you. How I'd be willing to do it is, you know, I don't even mind billing you a week out. I'm not going to let you go a month, but I'll let you go a week. But for everything that I bill you for that week, I won't hit you on a credit card. Like you'll never get my bank account information. Put it that way.
All right. Yeah, we basically, the way we do this is we will actually take the customer's credit card on the app. You'll actually do that in person. You'll submit that in the app. The very next day, that money will go directly into your bank account, whether it be a checking, savings, or debit card, however you want your money distributed. That's how that goes down. We as far as our credit goes, I mean, we're a big corporation. We've got,
Well, then obviously y'all wouldn't have a problem filling it out. As long as you're a big corporation, you shouldn't have a problem with a credit application at all. Do you understand? It's my only legal recourse.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and shoot it to me. You got my number. I sent it to you I sent you a text. You got that, right?
Yes.
All right, Darren. You go ahead and shoot it through that way, and we'll take care of it. All right. Thanks a lot, my man.
All right,
talk to you real soon.
Yeah, we just going to get your credit card number and add the money to your credit card. That's about the dumbest thing I've ever heard of when you're talking about what they're doing. I mean, damn, these guys are off the hook. They don't give a shit about nobody being upside down in taxes, that's for sure. But that, I will tell everybody that, you know, if somebody wants you to hook up with them on, you know, you got to trust them for money. You trust them for money. Like if you're doing service for somebody, you're already in their driveway, at their home, standing in their house or their business. anytime somebody wants a bill, it only means that A, they don't have the money to pay your bill, or B, they got to go through some sort of corporate process to get your money. If either exists, you're not going to get paid. And you're not going to get paid on time if you do get paid. Always have you just take you print it offline, just a blank credit application. A nice long one with reference blocks and everything, like a 3-page application. Anytime somebody wants to hook you up or wants to be hooked up on a bill, you better get your credit application. That's going to have their social security number, birth date, that sort of thing. Because especially if they live in another state and their corporation is in another state, the only recourse you have without that information is to go file a small claims suit against them in the county that their business resides. You can't sue them in your court locally to you. You got to sue them in their court local to them. The only way you can avoid that is to get their credit information. You get their credit information and start billing them on their credit, and then report bad non-paid bills to any credit corporation. Once you have that credit application, you have the power to report. You do know that. I hope y'all understand that. Anybody, if you're standing there with a credit application in your hand and you have given services or whatever, as long as that information is correct, verifiable, you can stick it on their damn credit as an unpaid bill. And if they don't want that on their credit, then they need to pay you. And you're not having to go through the court. But anyway, y'all were right. Everybody that guessed, hey, they're going to call you back after you talk to that guy. After you talk to that guy, they're going to call you back. Well, you were right. They always do. One fucking reference. Where's my damn Tampa reference? He never called me back with my Tampa reference. I guess he didn't have anybody in Tampa. But the one guy you give as a reference sounds like he just now rolled off the fucking Ecuadorian fucking train. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly who I want to talk to when you're giving me a fucking reference, is your fucking illegal friend. Absolutely. That's who I need to talk to for your reference. Your fucking illegal friend. People are amazing. Any questions? I know. There's at least 5 people in here. Let me tell y'all something. This worst channel on YouTube, I have less than 5 million views on this channel. Worst channel on YouTube. All right, it's 2 o'clock. I got an appointment in 2 hours. I got to get off of here and get ready to go. I'll probably be on later tonight. We'll see y'all later. Bye.